Right, well, welcome everybody to March Oil Hub. Spring is here, almost. I don't know about you, but we've had rain all day. But I'm trying to smell the flowers through the rain. I'm sure the sunshine will come eventually. But welcome to tonight. Thanks for coming. It's always lovely to see so many join us. So we've got a really good lineup for you tonight. We're going to start off with just some of the offers that we have for this month. Most of you have probably seen the email that you got from doTERRA today, so we're not going to spend long on it, but we'll just have a little review. Then we have the lovely Jules, who's going to talk about Peace, the reassuring blend. We've got Emma, who's going to discuss seasonal relief, because we're coming into that season, aren't we, where we need a bit of extra support. Then I'm going to just very briefly look at the Alpha CRS as part of the Lifelong Vitality Pack. We've done the other two supplements the last couple of months, so we'll just look at the Alpha this evening. We've then got Liz, who's going to talk in detail about the Meta Power Advantage, the collagen. And that's the video that we're going to watch that she's prepared for us. We've then got Charlene. I'm not sure if she's here yet, but hopefully, yes, because I can't see everyone. Fantastic. Charlene is going to do the product of the month and what that is and how you can get it. And then we've got Julia, who is going to discuss hormones and cycle tracking. And I'm sure lots of us are really excited to hear what she's got to say about that. So we'll get started. I'll just share my screen with you with some of the offers for this month. Sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of some boxes for you. Okay. So hopefully you can see that and you can see me. Any problems, Rachel, just let me know. Okay, so one of the offers that we have this month is 10% off marjoram. Now, this is an oil that maybe is something we don't talk about very much. Maybe it's one that you don't think about needing or benefiting from particularly, but actually this is a remarkable oil to have in your collection. Personally, I use marjoram as part of a pain relief blend, but I will just share from you from the Advanced Oil Magic book. So marjoram, its main properties are an analgesic, antispasmodic, antibacterial, circulatory, and therefore it's good for muscle injury, carpal tunnel and arthritis. It can support high blood pressure, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, pancreatitis, and interestingly, chronic stress. Other things that it can support are bruises. There's a word in here I can't pronounce very well, but arterial, so to do with the heart, which would go hand in hand with the circulation, but also colic, croup, constipation, headache, insomnia, sprains, and menstrual problems, something that we'll be discussing a bit later on. The book also has a couple of really lovely recipes in the bottom here. One for bath salts. Again, not an oil that you would think to probably put in the bath, but it recommends to mix it with lavender and frankincense with some carrier oil in Epsom salts to have a really lovely, relaxing muscle soak bath. And even I hadn't thought about putting it in the diffuser, but it's called Doze Off Diffuser Blend. And it's marjoram with lavender and Roman chamomile. So if you got the BOGO last month of Roman chamomile, that will come in handy. Just 3 drops of marjoram, 3 drops of lavender, and 2 of Roman chamomile. And it is really good to support sleep. Emotionally, it's the oil of connection. So it can really help us to form meaningful relationships especially when we maybe put barriers up for ourselves for whatever reason. It's the oil of connection. So when we use it for emotional uses, it can really help us to heal past wounds that can help to then open us up to forming lasting and meaningful relationships. So that's marjoram. So that is 10% off all month this month. Whether you're on LRP or standard order, everyone can have that one this month. Then there is the plug-in diffuser. Now, if you want this, don't delay in getting it. This probably will sell out quite quickly. It's limited time offer. Once it's gone, it's gone. So it comes with the blend Malama. Malama is beautiful. It's inspired by Hawaii, so it's that kind of fruity, sunshiny, lovely, lovely smell, Malama. And that was with the diffuser. Oh, and then the spring exclusives kit. I'm quite excited about this myself. So this has the new mint toothpaste that was released at a convention last year. It's not on UK market yet, so if you want to give it a go, you get this kit. In this kit, you also get the On Guard foaming hand wash in a recyclable or reusable container with a glass foaming soap dispenser. And you get two blends in there. You get Serenity Touch, which we know isn't on the market. Obviously, we've got Serenity, and then we have to make our own roller. So if you want the authentic roller bottle, this is the kit for you. And then there's another blend in there, Evolve, which I've heard is very, very beautiful. So that's the spring exclusives kit. And then there's a 200 PV offer this month. So this again is available on LRP or not on LRP. If you do 200 PV this month, you will automatically get a free box of Meta Power Advantage, which is worth over £80. So if you've wanted to try the collagen for a little while, but the price has sort of put you off a little bit, then maybe this is your month to stock up on all the things that you love, spend 200 PV, and you will get a box of the Advantage absolutely free. We're going to talk more about the collagen a bit later. So for now, that is me. So I'll just stop sharing. So we will hand over to Jules, who's going to discuss with us the reassuring blend that is peace. So over to you, Jules.
Yes, so we're looking at I think this is the final in the emotions blends actually that we've been talking about each month. So it's the peace blend, or as Lisa said, it's the reassuring blend. So in it is vetiver, lavender, lang lang, frankincense, clary sage, marjoram, labdanum, and spearmint. So it really is really is a beautiful blend. It's not one that I've used a great deal, but I've worked with it the last couple of days and I'm really enjoying it. So when we think about first of all the first three oils, vetiver, lavender, and lang lang. So vetiver and lavender, as we know, vetiver is incredibly thick, which implies that the slower it drops, the more it will slow us down emotionally. So for vetiver and lavender, they're both very calming, soothing oils. And vetiver, it has also sedation properties. So does lang lang, but also lang lang has antidepressant properties. So really interesting oils together, and then bringing in spearmint, which helps to open and release emotional blocks. So primarily the things that this blend will help us with or support us with: anxious feelings, depression, clearing emotions, fear, guilt, being overburdened, stress, and worry. When we look to the Essential Emotions book, some beautiful words in there about the peace blend. So we're talking about our inner peace, which isn't something that we can be achieved by us controlling our environment or our relationships. It's something that has to come from within us. And I just thought I would read from the Essential Emotions book because I couldn't word it any better. It says that peace invites individuals to connect to the true source of unending peace and let go of control and excess attachments in order to experience the incredible peace that flows from the divine. It invites individuals to trust in divine goodness and grace. I thought they were just beautiful words, and it's made me want to use and gain help from this beautiful blend. Also, on a physical level, a friend of mine used it. I'm just looking at her testimony on it. Um, she's had trouble sleeping, and it was the Peace Blend that made a huge difference to her. I'll just read what she put. She put, interestingly, I wear a Fitbit and compared 2 days of the same sleep time for quality. So it was the same, so 8 hours, I think it was, that she slept for. So this was looking at the quality of her sleep. She compared one with using the Peace Blend, and I think that was topically and aromatically. Um, and then one from a previous night that she had where she hadn't used the Peace Blend, and she said the difference in the quality of sleep was substantial. So it is another blend that we can use to help us with sleep. So yeah, really nice blend to be able to use to support us.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Jules. I love peace actually. I find it really, really soothing. I know it's one of Rachel's favourites as well. Thank you very much. That's amazing. So next we have Emma, who's going to talk us through seasonal relief.
I
So,
like peace too, by the way. I like it. Yeah, so I wanted to share a little bit of an experience with you. Recently, my husband, he turned to me and he said, and I quote, "That allergy blend kicks in really quickly." And it made me smile. So my husband has got a severe skin issue and reaction on his skin that's cropped up over the years, probably all since I've known him. And it's gotten worse in recent years. It can be triggered by different things and it can get quite uncomfortable for him. So when I discovered this blend, we initially felt that some of the triggers were possibly allergy related. So we thought, okay, let's try it. And I hoped that this would help him in reducing itchiness and making him a bit more comfortable. So I'm going to share the oils first, what's in the blend, and then I'll explain a little bit more. So firstly, we've got lemon. Now, lemon, it helps with the immune support. It helps with digestion, skin, hydration, and mood, cleaning. So it's a really brilliant oil. Lavender is the next one that goes into this blend. And lavender, it does a lot. It can support your sleep and emotions and calms the nervous system. So it's quite interesting knowing what the single oils do and wondering why they're helping in these blends. Peppermint is the next one. So here's my peppermint. It's got that little diffuser cap. It's quite handy by the bed. And peppermint supports head tension, bad breath, hormonal flushes, and tickly throats. It clears the airways and it does a lot more as well. And then tea tree. I do add a sneaky bit of tea tree or melaleuca in as well because it has some powerful properties. It's well worth having a read about tea tree. So I do personally add this to give it a bit of extra oomph. And how I make it is I get my 10 ml roller bottle and I take off the little top and I add in my 10 ml roller bottle 2 drops of each oil. So really simple, just 2 drops of each. Now I have promised my husband a new roller, so that's why I'm doing it, because I'm going to forget otherwise, right? So you just put the 2 in, really simple, and after you've put the 2 drops of each oil into the bottle. I'm on my tea tree now, so it's my last one. Then I'm going to top up this. So there is the oils in there, and I top this up with my fractionated coconut. So I'll pump the whole way. I'm not going to bore you with that bit. And it'll just fill up to probably close to the top, not fully. And then I can just mix it a little bit, close the lid, and I'm done. And that's really brilliant. You can apply it to your temples, apply it to the bottoms of your feet about 3 times in the day if you want some consistent support. Or if you're feeling like something's come on and you want to try it then, just put it straight on then. So my husband is now used to rolling this blend on his pulse points, his wrists, and on the bottoms of his feet. Now, I've actually observed it and watched it work within minutes. And it's been incredible to watch because his skin could be completely blotchy. And then after a few minutes, it's cleared up. So it's helping him. I can't say that that's going to happen for everybody, but it is worth a try. So it does regularly support him. Now, other times he may need to take his prescribed medication as well. If he's quite bad, it depends on what's triggered it. But he reaches for the allergy blend now, that I call it that, but it can be called seasonal support. And he reaches for that straight away, first thing, because quite often that can support him without any extra help. And it's fast acting and really effective. So for me, I've been struggling with seasonal allergies since I was a child, and it's gotten worse since pregnancy. And I often take these single oils, the lavender, lemon, and peppermint, separately. So I might put my lemon in my water and then I'll drink that, or I'll inhale lavender and my peppermint separately. However, I now reach for this blend as well, and I just would grab if I'm in a rush. And I also take it in a capsule. The capsule, some people are a bit daunted by these. This is a little veggie cap. doTERRA sells these. And you open it and you just put 1 drop of each into the capsule. 1 drop. Close the capsule. Take it in your mouth with water. Done. Really quick and easy. And I do take that when I feel I need it. The main 3 oils do come separately as single oils, as you know, on the shop. But they can also come in little sets, which is really handy. So if you're thinking of topping up or you want all 3 of them together, I do find it's much more affordable to get them in one of the sets because you can get it a bit cheaper. And it's a nice gift as well, I think. Now, normally I would come on here and I would have a graphic for you. But I decided you've got the best graphic already in your brand new essential oil starter guide. So thanks to Rachel and to Lisa and whoever else got involved with that. And so chat to your wellness advocate if you haven't already got your digital copy or your physical copy. And that's me. It's page 16, by the way, for the recipe. And it's exclusive to this community. So thank you.
Lovely, thanks Emma. I love how you worked out the page numbers. Hey Rachel.
You're welcome.
Something that we forgot will be added to the next batch.
It's fine on the digital. On the digital, you find it straight away.
Yeah. But the paper one, okay. But no, thanks ever so much, Emma. And it's lovely that you and your family are able to benefit from that. I know you can put those oils in the diffuser as well, can't you? If you really
if you go to that page, you'll find all that as well. But I thought you could discover that. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, it's me. So I'm going to just talk briefly about the Alpha CRS, which is part of the Lifelong Vitality. So I'll just get rid of all these things again. Here we go. Okay, so the Alpha CRS is part of the Lifelong Vitality Kit. Now, yes, you can buy them separately, all of these 3 things, but I would not recommend it because it works out so much more expensive, especially the Alpha CRS. It is the most expensive of the 3 for good reason. It's incredible, as are the other 2, but they are designed to work hand in hand together. So Lifelong Vitality, as the 3, it provides you with the essential nutrients, the powerful antioxidants, and the polyphenols needed for optimal health, energy, and wellness. Now, our body can produce some vitamins by itself, such as non-essential amino acids and enzymes, but it can't produce minerals and essential amino acids. These we have to implement into our diet. However, the food today doesn't contain the nutrition that we need, so therefore we need to supplement. Now, chronic illness is often the result of pure nutrition, and that's not always down to us. As I said, food today doesn't contain everything that we actually need, especially a lack of minerals. So if you do suffer from a chronic illness, or you have an ongoing illness that you're always trying to support, then definitely look into supplementation, along with a few tweaks in lifestyle that may help you. So with the Lifelong Vitality combined, you can protect your cells with polyphenols, reduce oxidative stress, and increase your energy at a cellular level. So let's have a look at what Alpha CRS particularly does. So the Alpha Vitality Complex is a formula that combines potent levels of natural botanical extracts that support healthy cell function and important metabolic factors of cellular energy. So it's formulated to be used daily, hand in hand with the XE omegas or the VE omegas if you've got the vegan ones, and also the Microplex, as a comprehensive dietary supplement foundation for a lifetime of vitality and wellness. The ingredients in the Alpha help support mental clarity and energy, healthy can't even say that word tonight, metabolism function, and overall cellular energy production. So if we've got healthy habits along with this supplement, then we can support healthy goals to look and feel much, much healthier. So I've picked out some of the ingredients. This is not all of them. If you want a list of everything that are in these supplements, then speak to your wellness advocate. We can send you the information page. But these are just some that I picked out that I thought you probably heard of. And I've just made a note of why they're in there and what they help. So this Alpha CRS is basically inflammation support. And it's also for our cellular health. So think blood cells, brain cells, skin cells. It contains Boswellia serrata, which is a type of frankincense. This helps to increase our body's immune response. It also, sorry, I'm just going to move that. You'll have a grey box, it will go in a minute. There's also green tea extract, so it helps to control cholesterol levels. You've got curcumin, which helps with inflammation, metabolic syndrome, arthritis, even anxiety. You've got L-carnitine, which helps to metabolize fats and increases cardio performance. You've got alpha liptic acid, which is glycemic control, so helps with our blood sugars. Coenzyme Q10, which is energy for all of our cells in our body. You've also got ginkgo biloba leaf, which feeds the brain, aids memory and the nervous system. Pineapple stem, which is really supportive of pain and swelling in the body. Pomegranate, which encourages wound healing, helps support arthritis, cancer prevention and cancer support. You've got turmeric, which helps with the inflammation, anxiety, depression, arthritis, and overall organ health. And then there's grapeseed, which helps with collagen production, skin elasticity, and protects against bacterial pathogens. Also in this supplement, you've got a tummy tamer blend of essential oils, which have peppermint, ginger, and caraway. Like I said, that is just some of the ingredients. It's not all of them, but how amazing to have all of that in just a couple of capsules. So the full dose for these is 4 a day, 2 in the morning, 2 at lunchtime, along with the others. And with the Lifelong Vitality pack, if it's your first time in purchase them through your own account, you actually get 30-day money back guarantee. So you've kind of got nothing to lose. So that is some information on that. So I will just stop sharing. Okay, and now we are over to our video from Liz all about the Meta Power Advantage, the collagen. So just remember, this is free this month. If you do a 200 PV offer, you get a box of this for free. So we'll listen to Liz now.
Let's take a little look at the doTERRA Advantage collagen supplement. Comes in these 30 little sachets, and I'm showing you a big arrow on the screen because it's this big orange box of sachets. That's the Meta Power Advantage, which is the collagen. Let's take a deep dive and have a little look into this product now. So first question, what is collagen? It's the most abundant protein in your body. Comes from the Greek word kolla, so glue. So it's the glue that holds everything together. It forms and holds many of your organs and your tissues, the skeletal system. It's concentrated in the extracellular matrix, a network that supports the cells of every single tissue in your body. By dry weight, collagen makes up 90% of the white part of your eye, 80% of your tendons, 70 to 80% of the skin, 60% of cartilage, 30% of bones, and 1 to 10% of your muscle mass. So collagen, this protein, is really, really key in the body. Why take collagen? Well, from the age of about 25 onwards, the collagen production in the body starts to decline, and this really decreases around age 45. It drops off a great deal. So by taking this collagen supplement, it can really support with the appearance of skin, promoting density through building up the collagen in the skin, increasing the firmness and improving hydration. But that's not all. This doTERRA collagen is really unique because it's got 9 types of collagen tripeptides. So this is huge. This can help not only your skin elasticity, density and firmness, but also it's supporting lean muscle tissue throughout the body, all of the connective tissue throughout the body, if you think of that fascial web throughout the body, and this contributes to healthy weight and body composition. So here's 10 reasons to use the Advantage, which is the name of the collagen. It promotes healthy biological aging. Not only does it have the collagen, but it's combined with other ingredients in here, which is really improving your health span. So how long you're healthy in your lifetime. There's no soy, preservatives, GMO, dairy, gluten or artificial sweeteners in this. As we've said, supports lean muscle and connective tissue. So if you're looking to build your lean muscle and supporting the health of the connective tissues, this is a really key supplement to include in your diet. It includes NMN and resveratrol, which are both to do with the way your cells make energy and the health of your cells in their systems. So this isn't collagen. This is an added thing that they've added in to the collagen with this product. So it's completely unique. NADH is an additional ingredient that helps maintain healthy mental and physical function and performance. And all of this wrapped together, we've got benefits for the skin. We've got the 9 types of collagen tripeptides in here. It's supporting this healthy circulatory system, the whole of the nervous system, and the mitochondria, which is the powerhouses within each cell. It's including vitamin C, which promotes the making of collagen in the body. So it's also supporting the body to continue to make its own collagen. Here's a little look at the ingredients. Just move my face out of the way. So it has the metabolic blend of essential oils in there already. So that's known for curbing cravings and inhibiting fat cell growth. The collagen is from a marine source. As you can see over here, these are the tilapia fish that are farmed to produce the collagen. It has to come from an animal. Usually it's either fish or bovine source. And this is the really pure, clean marine source in this collagen, supporting skin, joints, connective tissues, mobility and elasticity. So for instance, I've noticed a massive impact with my knees. With running, it's really helped support the connective tissue in my knees. That's made a massive difference to me. It's also got red orange fruit extract, promoting antioxidant activity within the body. I've mentioned the NMN, which is brilliant to have this in this supplement. Hyaluronic acid, which is promoting more healthy, supple skin. More supportive ingredients that increase NAD in the body to do with that pathway breaking down and producing energy. Sea buckthorn fruit, which is supporting antioxidant activity. Rose apple fruit, again supporting that antioxidant. And phytoceramides, so this is another ingredient that's promoting healthy cellular aging and skin firmness. This is a very bioavailable product, very easy for the body to take on board and use. Vitamin C is in here and biotin. So this is supporting the healthy utilization of fats, carbs, amino acids, and supports hair, skin and nails. So all round, this is an incredible product to include in your diet. Again, it's targeting the health span as well as supporting your collagen. It's not just collagen. Activating longevity genes. So there's some research to say that this is actually supporting the gene expression as the body ages to make you healthier for longer, which is absolutely incredible. And we're getting those beautiful cosmetic benefits as well for the skin. This is an interesting one. This is a comparison for those of you who already take collagen. The 9 types of collagen that doTERRA has included in the Advantage supplement, it just blows all of the other collagens out of the water, really. It is tested, a lot of them aren't, and the tripeptides that are included is 70%, which is much, much higher than any of the others listed on this screen. Freeze drying is a process that keeps the goodness in the product, so that as I add it to my water and just stir it into my water with my spoon, I drink it straight away. It's a powder form. This is delivering 70%, which is an incredible amount of tripeptides of those 9 types of collagen. So helping me support skin, joints, energy, anti-aging, helping to level out the blood sugar. There isn't any sugar in this. And another nice thing to know about it is you can take it in the evening and it will support with sleep. So there's a research that says that if you wanted to take this towards the evening, you'll have a much better, more nourishing sleep, thanks to the NMN ingredients that are in here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. There's a brilliant education video that you can watch as well from doTERRA. If you Google Europe doTERRA Advantage training, it'll come up. So it's wonderful.
Fantastic, thank you. So you can see how many benefits there are in there. So definitely have a think about whether you'd like to try it or not. Okay, so next we have Charlene, who's going to talk to us about the product of the month. She's going to let us know what it is and how we can get our hands on it. So over to you, Charlene.
Thanks, Lisa. Right, good evening all. So our product of the month for March is the Citrus Bloom Touch. This is basically the blend of new beginnings. I'm just going to read what it says about it because it sums it up so beautifully. And it says, in each individual's life, there is a time when the previous chapter comes to a close and a new one is about to begin. This blend is an ally during the metamorphosis and transition phase where what is about to emerge still remains unseen. This combination of essential oils is wonderful for clearing stagnant energies which are keeping individuals immobilized. It also encourages them to accept where they have come from and see the necessity of their previous experiences. It reminds one that while one can always learn from past mistakes, an abundance of compassion is essential while processing regret. So I think that's really beautiful. So if you're on a journey of self-discovery, this is the blend for you. The one key thing to remember, this is limited edition, so it's not available for general sale. So you've got to try and get your hands on it this March. It is a touch, so it's available in 10 mils. It's pre-diluted, so it's ready to use on the skin. So what's in it? It has fractionated coconut oil. It's got wild orange, grapefruit, lavender, Roman chamomile, and magnolia. And what does it smell like? Spring in a bottle comes to mind, because it combines the brightness of citrus peels layered with freshly cut florals. And I'm told by Lisa, who's got it, I haven't got it, so I haven't been able to smell it myself. But she says it smells really good. It smells like sweets and flowers, or like strawberries or Skittles. Some of you like Skittles, so it smells like Skittles. There we go. And what are the benefits? I thought it was really, really good. What the benefits that he highlighted, particularly with the whole, the whole metamorphosis, transitioning, and emotions. So I'm going to look at negative emotions first. So if you're feeling a bit down, you're feeling hopeless, pessimistic, stagnant, or even experiencing that afternoon slump at work, we all do, this is your go-to, because it will just brighten, it will just bring this energizing aroma, and then it just encourages a healthy perspective. On the positive side, so if you want to, change, new beginnings, you want to be more joyful, more adventurous, or just have some excitement in your life. Again, this brings that, it lightens the room, it lightens the mood, it's refreshing. And it provides that bright spring-like environment. Another use that we can use it for, actually, it can be used as a deodorizing body spray. So you can just swipe it over your armpit prior to applying your actual deodorant. And you can also use it as your signature scent. So you could apply it to pulse points and behind your ears and on your ankles, and you could smell like spring all day long. So application, I've talked about as a deodorant and as a perfume. In terms of to get the other benefits from positive and negative emotions, you can roll it onto your pulse points for a constant bright and spring-like aroma. You can inhale it directly from the bottle. You could diffuse it, and you could apply it on your neck and wrist for your personal fragrance. But also for that afternoon slump on midday, you can actually just put some onto your hands and cup your hands, and then just inhale it directly. Now, how will you get it? So it's free on LRP. That means if your order is 125 PV or more between the 1st and 15th of March, then you'll get this as your free product of the month. But remember, it is limited edition, so it's only available this March, and it won't be available for general sale. So if you're ready for spring, get Citrus Bloom. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Charlene. Fantastic. I absolutely love Citrus Bloom. Whenever they have a product that has it in, I have to get it, because it just makes me smile when I smell it. It is amazing. So thank you so much for that presentation. So next we have Julia, special guest Julia, who's going to talk with us tonight about hormones and cycle tracking. So over to you, Julia. We look forward to hearing what you have to teach us.
Hello. I'm just gonna share my screen if I can. Okay. I'm hoping everybody can see that. Okay. Right. So, hello everyone. I am Julia, and I'm a certified women's health and lifestyle coach. I also have certificates in mindfulness and nutrition. I'm currently studying with the Institute for Menstrual Health with Nicole Jardin. I also work with the women's health and hormone testing company Future Woman. And I was recently awarded a scholarship to the Menstruality Leadership Programme too. So periods, cycles and hormones are my jam. I've spent the best part of my adult life backwards and forwards to the doctors for my mental and physical health. Ultimately having to read and research, diagnose myself, and then go to them with my findings. So I'm proud to say that I've been on quite a journey that's taught me so much, and that now I'm in a better position to support other women. My special interest is hormones, periods, cycles, and womanhood. So whether you're cycling or not, perimenopausal, menopausal, suffer with period problems, which diagnosed or not, I can help to get to the bottom of what your symptoms mean. We could work together to alleviate those symptoms, or at least understand where they're coming from, and then you can advocate for yourself better. So I will be creating one-to-one coaching spaces or group settings going forwards. So I'll be looking to open up my diary for that soon. But the purpose of tonight is just to give you some insight into how to become more cycle aware, how to get to know your cycle, like going with the ebb and flow rather than fighting against it. So cycle awareness is more than just anticipating when your period might show up. It's full-on acceptance of the feminine. Our natural cycles get a bad rap for being messy and emotional and inconvenient. As women, we are on average on 28-day cycles, not 24-hour cycles like men. So we don't show up as the same woman every day. Each phase has its own unique powers. So it's time we shift the narrative, because we are powerful. So meet the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle. Not to be confused with just your period or the menstrual phase. A cycle starts on day 1 of your period and ends the day before your next period. So maybe day 25 through to 35 could be where you might end. We cycle through menstruation, into follicular, followed by ovulatory phase, then into luteal, coming back to menstruation again. And these phases can be likened to the seasons of the year. So menstruation would be like the winter, follicular being the spring, ovulation being summer, and luteal are in autumn. Now, those of you perhaps who aren't cycling for whatever reason, so maybe you've just have irregular cycles, you've stopped maybe taking contraception, your periods haven't fully come back yet, but even post-menopause, the moon cycle provides a really great framework to work from, which can even actually encourage cycles that have gone a bit AWOL to return to a normal pattern. So again, day 1 of a new moon would be day 1 of a cycle. The waxing phase would be your follicular, the full moon, ovulation, and the waning moon would be a luteal phase. And acting as though you would in each of those phases naturally, following lifestyle guidelines, food, self-care, and movement as though you were in those biological phases, can really help us to feel more grounded in ourselves. So what sort of guidelines do I mean? So when we're in our menstrual phase, we will likely want alone time, and it's really important that we do slow down and rest as much as we can, or where we can. Things like, can you meal plan the week before? Can you batch cook and stick it in the freezer? Even use paper plates on like maybe days 2 and 3, if those are your worst days, just to save on the washing up. Our bodies really need nourishing food at this time, so maybe we could add in some bone broth, nourishing soups, those really warm, comforting foods. It's a good time to write as well, so whether maybe if you do personal journaling or even for work, it's a good time to get things out of your head and onto paper. So then we swing into follicular, so from around day 4, which likely most of you will probably still be bleeding, or you may not be, but you will, or you should hopefully start to feel this new sort of energy creeping in. And then from day 8 onwards, hopefully your period will have finished, and then you might see and feel more sociable and more creative again. So around this time, it's really important that we feed the healthy gut bacteria after menstruation. So things like kefir, kimchi, those kind of fermented things, they can really help with the gut bacteria. Flax seeds and pumpkin seeds are great around this time as well. And new exercise regime. So if you want to start something new, now's the time to do it. So then obviously we enter into ovulatory phase. So it's like this big surge of energy, and we are primed to connect with people. It's a time when our appetite likely will increase, because actually it takes a lot of energy to ovulate. So a good balanced breakfast is a really great way to start the day. So obviously it'll stop that blood sugar spike and then dropping quite quickly. So as that high energy then cools off, we can start to feel the pull back to retreating back into ourselves when we hit the luteal phase. It can be quite gentle to begin with, but sort of PMS can show up usually around day 20 onwards, and it's completely normal. It just reminds us that we need to eat well and up the self-care. So dark chocolate's a really great one for this phase as well. So, and then obviously we swing back into menstrual phase and it all starts again. So as I've kind of shown you, you can see that there's both subtle changes and some really big shifts throughout a woman's cycle, without getting too in depth about what actual hormones are doing what and where. But by recognizing these changes and living in sync with them, it means that you can perform at your best. So as women, we work really hard to stay on top of everything. We expect ourselves to have the same energy day in, day out, but it's just not possible because of our cyclical nature. Our mood, sleep, reactions, motivations all shift. If we begin to pay attention to symptoms during each phase, how you're feeling physically and emotionally over time, you can pick up on what feels right for you. And as I put on the slide there, I just want to point out that the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists coined the phrase that the woman's cycle is the 5th vital sign. And it really is, because our period and our whole cycle really can communicate such vital information about our overall health. So whether we're stressed, maybe whether we've got underlying health concerns, if something's kind of out of whack with our period or our cycle, she's going to let us know. So what do we track? What do we need to know? What do we need to be paying attention to? So if you're completely new to this, absolutely start simple and introduce these things slowly. Like for the first 1 to 3 cycles, just be thinking about the first and last day of your period, how heavy or light it was. What did it look like? Did it flow? Did it stop and start? Was it clotty or clumpy? And what colour was it? Red, brown or pink maybe? If you could be thinking about one word for each day of your entire cycle, not just your period, but all the way through your cycle, for how you felt physically and emotionally. And then if there is any bothersome symptoms throughout the cycle, I've written there pain, intense cravings, that could be salty or sugary, energy levels, brain fog, mood swings, sleep, our bowel movements, because they can be heavily affected by what's going on with our hormones, as I'm sure you know, and acne, of course. So where we're going to put all this information. So there are many apps available to help track symptoms, making it easier than maybe doing it with a pen and paper. Although I'm absolutely an advocate for pen and paper, because why not? Our apps are great for tapping whatever your symptom might be and recording it down quickly, because we all lead busy lives, and they are a brilliant tool. The algorithms in these apps, though, they do like to predict your ovulation and they like to predict your period, but only you can really know when you've ovulated and when you've started your period, obviously. So it's about getting to know your body and knowing for yourself, and using the apps as a tool there just to help keep a track of these things. Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful and interesting. It was literally a whistle-stop tour, but if any of this does resonate with you, I have a cycle guide and a moon guide that I would invite you to download for further information. There are lots of symptoms or conditions such as endometriosis, PCOS, mood swings, PMDD, hormonal headaches, just so many, that I will be doing more tailored sessions around all these sorts of specific things soon. If you want more updates, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm Julia Senior, the menstrual coach on Instagram, and my Facebook page is the menstrual coach. I also have a fabulous women's only group, the Women's Wellness Hub on Facebook, and currently there's only about 7 people in there. It's a new community which I'm hoping to grow to support women's health. So if you're interested, myself or Rachel can get you added to that. So I'm going to leave it there. That's it from me, and thank you for listening.
Amazing. Thank you, Julia. I'm sure that would have helped so many that are listening tonight and also will be listening to the recording in the future. Fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to open up now to any questions that you might have, a Q&A session. Also, if you've got any testimonials that you'd like to share with the group just before we stop the recording. Also, I think Rachel's going to do a spinny wheel for those that have attended live to have a chance of winning a prize. So does anyone have any questions at all? Put you on gallery so we can see. Or testimonials, questions or testimonials, anything you'd like to share about an oil that you've used or?
Shelley's got one.
Yeah, I thought she was reaching for. So over to Shelley then, if she'd like to share.
Just wanted to let you know she's been learning and researching oil, castor oil. She said, I know it's really thick, but she's been researching it a lot, and she bought a really big bottle of it. She's been using it on her skin, on her face, and all over her body with frankincense and lavender. She's been mixing it, rubbing it all over her face. She thought, it's sticky, but her skin is absolutely smooth and lovely all over, really soft. So she's going to carry on. She's finished buying normal cream like moisturiser. She's going to carry on with castor oil. She thinks it's absolutely brilliant mixed with oils. Just wanted to let you all know.
Thank you, Shelley. Thanks for sharing. I like castor oil as well. I find it really helps with hair growth and everything. Anyone else? Faye has a question or testimonial.
No question. So I've forgotten who it was that made up the allergy blend, but I was just surprised at only 2 drops of each. I think I put way too much in when I make up roller bottles, and if so, what does that make it less effective when I'm putting? I might even put like 5 to 10 drops of each thing
In a capsule or in the
roller bottles. You know, I'm thinking, 10 of those and 10 of those and 10 of those, and then top it up with FCO, and you only said 2 of each, so I'm like,
well, I'm sure it's down to personal preference as well, but the fact is they're so pure that they're going to be so effective anyway. So I personally put in around the 2 or 3 drops in it. It's also, I've got a family, so my children use it too, so it's diluted perfectly for our family. I have got an 11-year-old, so maximum that I would probably give him would be 10 or 11 drops in total in a 10 ml bottle, which is why I've got that at that dilution. But you can go up, you could go a little bit up. It just happens to work really, really well at that dilution for us. So it's worth trying.
It was amazing that your husband was saying how effective it was on just
yeah.
I know Rachel's always said, 1 drop will do
Yeah,
it rather than
honestly, if you saw it, so I have got photographs. I didn't really want to be sharing them for his sake, but it's I've got photographs, and it's just incredible just to see the change and how effective it is. So honestly, he genuinely loves this blend.
Yeah,
He really does. And it's so good that I'm glad that it's something that can help him, because it's really difficult for him sometimes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. But
you.
I guess the one thing I would say is start with that dilution, try it. Because the thing is, you can up to, for the 10 mils, I think you can maximum go up to like 30 drops, can't you? But personally, it works at a lower dosage. It does.
I'll probably do half in half, me.
Oh no.
Uh,
That's a lot.
just experiment, just make up
Exactly.
you know, with less drops and see if it
You
works.
can always add. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even fill up the 10 mil. If you wanted to test it, I wouldn't even fill up the 10 mil. I would literally just try it. I mean, I've now topped up mine so far, but yeah, just give it a try. And then if you do want it to be stronger, or you need it to be stronger, you can then add. But don't forget, you can't take away if you already got it in.
It's just interesting. My sister was, I told my sister, and she got all the oils for the for psoriasis, and she tried it, and I was telling her, oh, 10 drops of this and 10, and she's found it really strong for her psoriasis, but I'll tell her just to knock it down to two
so
of each.
I have that condition also, so yeah, dilution's key.
Right, I'll tell her
And
that.
it's very
Thank you.
personal as well, so yeah.
And
you very
Rachel's just said in the chat, doTERRA do half and half in their touches, but there's nothing to say that you can't dilute it even more if you want to. So it's just playing around and seeing what works for you.
Right.
There's no right or wrong, really. I don't know whether this will show on the camera, but I use the antihistamine blend. The top one, I used a non-natural cleaner because I was trying to get a stubborn stain out of something, and you can see the rash that came up on my chest.
Wow.
And then an hour later, after using the antihistamine, so that was just 5 drops of each in a roller that I have applied topically, and then 1 drop of each in a veggie cap. And so it really is effective. So it's really handy to just have made up, because you never know when you're going to get bitten, stung in the garden, especially coming into spring. It's not just for like hay fever and things like that. It's for any kind of histamine reaction. So really handy to just have as part of your medicine cabinet, if you like. We've got lots of hands now. So we've got Sarah with a question.
I just wanted to say, my husband had a bad stomach a while back. I don't know if it was like a stomach bug or digestion, but he used like probably literally 2 drops of the Zengest. I told him to rub it on his tummy. Within 30 seconds, he was fine again. It was like he was like, "What's in this?" He was blown away. And then another day, I think I was just a bit bloated after dinner, and within 10 minutes of rubbing it on my tummy as well, it was gone. And it was amazing. It was like too good to be true almost. But it was,
It is incredible, isn't it?
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, Zengest is amazing, and I use it on our cats because one of our cats has IBS. So if she's having a bit of a sicky episode, I dilute it appropriately, put it on her belly, and within 20 to 30 minutes, you tell she feels better, because you can tell by animals. It's all in their face. So it's amazing. I'm so glad it worked for you and your husband. It's often hard, husbands can be a bit of a tough cookie to crack sometimes. So that's great. Thank you.
He was a bit skeptical. He thought, oh, I'll give it a go anyway, but I don't expecting much. So he was really impressed.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for sharing. Darren, you have a question or a testimonial?
Oh, yeah. Now, as a question, please. The Advantage Collagen, it said it was £88 if depending on how you order. I can't order on the LPVs because I don't place an order every month. So would it cost me £88 on the normal order then?
So the price is the price, whether it's LRP or a standard order. So it doesn't, you can have collagen on a standard order. You don't have to be on LRP for it. And the offer this month, the 200 PV offer, is for either as well. So it's for those on LRP, or if you do a 200 PV order as a standard order, you will get the Advantage for free with that order as well.
Okay, thank you so
All
much.
right.
That.
That's okay. Okay, are we ready to stop recording? Oh, Charlene's got her hand up. Take one more and then we'll stop recording.
Thank you. Just a quick one. Julia, because you say you've got an app that we can download. If Julia's here. Where did we get that cycle tracker thingy?
So the apps that I put in my PowerPoint there's 3 different ones that I had in there. One's called Clue, one's called Natural Cycles, and one's called Read Your Body. I think Clue and Natural Cycles may want to charge you. I think Read Your Body is a free one, and it's basically where you input all the data, whereas Clue and Natural Cycles will predict when you might be ovulating and when your period might be due.
Super, thank you. That was a beautiful presentation. And then just another comment. I've just been using cedarwood at night, just rubbing it on the bottom of my feet, and I actually find that I've been sleeping much better, because I normally get up like around 3 and then I'm just awake, which is awful. But I found that to be quite helpful outside of lavender. I don't know if anyone else has found that to be the same.
Fantastic. Yeah, I love cedarwood. I think when it comes to sleep, there's so many different options. It's just having a little play and seeing what works. But Melissa is the one that knocks me out for sleep. And I know it's expensive. So when someone suggested it, I was like, ooh. But I got the Melissa Touch, which, is that a limited, was that a limited one that I got, Melissa Touch? Can't remember, mine's gone blank. Anyway, but you can obviously get Melissa and make a touch if you can't just buy Melissa Touch. Honestly, on the chest, knocks me out. It works fantastic. But yeah, cedarwood, fantastic. Serenity's got cedarwood in it. So there's lots and lots of different options. But yeah, it's just playing around. We're not all the same. We're all made so differently, and our brains are all wired so differently. So, but yes, cedarwood is definitely a good option. Sinead says she's been using cedarwood too and sleeping really well. Oh, there's a couple of other things. Flow is really good too. Is that an app that is good for cycle? Flow, and Emma uses Period Tracker. There's a blend here for sleep: cedarwood, serenity, Roman chamomile, and frankincense. I think I'd call that the knockout blend.
It's fabulous. And the serenity can swap with lavender if you don't have serenity, so it's good.
Someone's asked, how often should you take MetaPower? So daily is recommended, 1 a day. Also with it, it's not designed to be made as a drink and then you carry it around with you all day. It's most active in the first minute when it's mixed with water. So you can have it with a lot of water if you want. When I've used it, I just literally use the minimum amount of water to mix it up and then just down it. But yeah, don't make it up in the morning and then take it off to work, because it sort of deactivates. You want to get the most from it. So make it fresh and drink it. And I think that's it. Is that everything? Have I missed any, Rachel, in the chat at all?
Yeah, just 2 questions or testimonials, Jane and Deborah, and then we can
okay, over to Jane then.
So just really quickly, I started on my oil journey last week, and right from a child, I've only ever slept 3 hours a night, and that's been consistent up to what age I am now. I mixed frankincense and lavender, and my very first night I slept for 7 hours solid.
Wow. And how did you feel after 7 hours
sleep? Great. Yeah, great.
Oh, and was it just a one-off, or is it, have you had
No, it's so I eliminated the frankincense the next night and I slept for 4 hours, then introduced it again in with the lavender, and it's been 7 hours ever since.
Fantastic. So how did you use those two? What did you do?
So I'd mixed it with some of the carrier oil, soles of my feet. I actually took it up my legs because I've got water retention as well. Just beyond my knees I took it to, and I also have thyroid growth. So I placed it on the thyroid area, down my chest, and I was out like a light.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm so pleased for you. Congratulations. Enjoy many more nights of good sleep. Okay, oh, we've got some more hands. Right, Deborah. Deborah was next.
I have a dear friend who's had the most traumatic experience in the last numerous months, and it's ongoing, and it's really disturbed her sleep. And then the other night, she was saying to me that at 3 o'clock in the morning, she's wide awake and her mind's just racing with like awful things, stressful things. And we suggested just 1 drop of Melissa in a cup of hot water before she went to bed, which she did. And she said the following night when she took it, she woke up at 3 and she went straight back to sleep. And she said that was the first time in a very, very long time. And obviously we appreciate it is very expensive, but however, you might only need a drop, say every other night, and there's 8 to 5 drops. So I feel like if your sleep is very disruptive and you are going through traumatic times, I feel it's money well spent. Well, I think so anyway. But I was so happy somebody had such an amazing experience with it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't put a price on a good night's sleep, especially when you suffer repeatedly from it. I find the same. I still do wake, but I wake up feeling half asleep as opposed to feeling bling, ready to get up, whether it be, midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. Still feel sleepy and I stagger to the bathroom, stagger back to bed and get back to sleep. So yeah, Melissa is definitely one that I absolutely love. Okay, how are we doing for time, Rachel, with the recording? We got time for a couple more? Yep. Okay, so Kerry's hand went up next.
Just a quick question. Is the marjoram a hot oil like oregano, or because you have to be a bit careful with that one, don't you? So
yeah, so it's very, very similar in constituents with oregano. So yes, if you were to put it directly into your mouth, it would probably taste very, very potent and very, very strong. But I actually use it where oregano is an oil that you can only use for like 10 days at a time because of its potency. Marjoram isn't quite as potent. You still don't want to use it day after day after day, but you can use it for a little bit longer. So you can actually replace oregano with marjoram. So if you're using the morphine bomb, for example, which is a pain relief blend made up of, if I can remember off the top of my head, turmeric, lemongrass, black pepper, frankincense, and then oregano, but I replace it with marjoram because I can take it daily for a lot longer, whereas oregano would just be the 10-day, and then you need a break for a few days.
that's brilliant. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And Brenda.
I was really interested to hear about the frankincense and lavender, because ever since I started mostly doing the oils, I've had Epiderm from the doctor, which is a moisturizer, but it's for dry skin in my hands, and I decided that it would be a good idea to put frankincense because of its healing and lavender because of its calming. So my night, if I nothing else I do, I always put this on, rub it on my hands, rub it on my feet, and then on my chest. So I'm glad that somebody else is getting the benefits too.
Yeah,
Thanks.
oh, fantastic. No, thank you for sharing, Brenda. That's fantastic. Thank you. And Emma.
Oh, only a very quick one is that I found that if my sleep my pattern goes a bit funny, I just change my blend or I change my oil, because sometimes we can get quite used to an oil for a little while. So I just say change it up and don't lose faith. And quite often when I take lavender, after a little break, maybe I've used Serenity instead or cedarwood with that blend. Quite often the lavender will set me right off, and I'm now not waking up in the night. So I'm very happy with that.
Oh, fantastic. Brilliant. So some lovely testimonials there. Thank you so much. Lots of hints and tips. Thank you so much for sharing. We do love to hear all of your stories and the things that you found are working, and that's fantastic. So thank you for putting your hands up and sharing them with us. And thank you for coming. Have we got a spinny wheel?